Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Borafy Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the ND Audio Pulsar. This is apparently ND Audio's newest TWS or True Wireless Stereo earphones. Okay, but before we proceed, I'd like to thank ND Audio for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. I prefer writing reviews than recording them, and at the same time, English isn't really my native language. So for any future grammatical errors, please do bear with me, and I apologize for that one. Okay, okay. So again, first things first. ND Audio Pulsar. The ND Audio Pulsar costs around 20-ish US dollars by the time that they have sent this to me. It's like a month ago or nearly a month ago. But upon checking on today's website or on ND Audio's website on their AliExpress, I believe, it seems to be that the price of the ND Pulsar has decreased or it has gotten cheaper compared to that time that they have sent this to me. So that's a good thing. As far as I know, and the last time that I checked, the ND Pulsar costs. You can purchase the ND Audio Pulsar around 20 US dollars or probably below than that as well. So that's a good thing. Okay, okay. So do take note that the ND Pulsar is a budget TWS, so it doesn't, it will not, of course, it will not compete well with the well-known brands like, for example, the Galaxy Buds or probably the AirPods. So yeah, with that out of the way, here's the box. You can see the box is quite basic. I did not expect anything from this, which is understandable. As you can see, it shows the TWS itself. I do believe there is a color, which is a white colorway, aside from the black that they have sent to me. So that's a good thing. And as you can see, it is in dual mic call noise cancellation. Um, I'll discuss that later on. And here are the specifications. As you can see, the ND Pulsar in 40 milliamperes per earbud drivers, and the case is 400 milliamps. So as you can see, and yes, it also has the things that it comes with. As you can see, the headphones, the charging equipment, the Type C, and the manual. And yes, it pretty much sums up uh, what they have here, which is the TWS case. As you can see, with the cover, it is quite magnetic, as you can see. And yes, that is plastic, so as you can see, it also has scratches as well. Yes, it seems to be that it also, yep, it does have a plastic cover. So yeah, I did not really remove that because I do know for a fact that this will scratch over time. Here's the TWS itself, which I will explain later on. Here is the ear tips that it comes with. You can see it is quite substantial, but at the same time, it gets the job done, but probably it isn't the best that I have experienced. And here's the USB-A to USB-C, USB-C cable, nothing too fancy. And here's the manual for the ND Pulsar, which is it is easy to understand. Actually, it isn't really a lot for you to digest. It is easy. Actually, I didn't even bother that much to read the manual of the ND Pulsar because it is quite intuitive, which I also expected since this is a budget TWS. Budget TWS earphones do not have some extravagant features like you would see on some entry level ish ones. Especially those brands that specializes TWS. So it is quite understandable on that one. And as you can see, again, this is the case. The case on this one, if I were to nitpick, it is quite chunky. It reminds me of the era wherein TWS earphones were still on its early stages of life. where pocketability isn't really a necessity or a concern. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. A friend of mine also said that this looks like a vape, which I kind of understand. It does look like a vape from afar, but at the same time, yeah, this is the case on this one. And it also has the magnets. You can see it is quite magnetic. And here are the TWS earphones themselves, as you can see. As you can see there, see, it lights up green when it's full charge or charging. It lights up as well in this one. Do take note that here is the TWS itself. As you can see, it is unusual. Yeah, it is quite unusual in shape, in my opinion. Let me focus it for you. Yes, you can see it is quite unusual in shape. It does remind me of the Galaxy Beans at first, but at the same time, when I fitted it, it is quite comfortable to my ears. I had no problems with it. But yeah, on first glance, it does look like it's a Galaxy Beans. I'll just put a picture somewhere here for reference. So as you can see there, and yeah, on some people it seems, to them, these earbuds look like an alien. Yes, it does look like look like an alien earphone, probably because of the transparent, as you can see, the transparent panel of the ND Pulsar, which is understandable. And at the same time, it really fits the motif since it is a Pulsar. So it is more of an spacey intergalactic vibes to it, which I kind of dig actually, because it doesn't seem to look like a normal TWS earphones to me, which in return it adds identity to the earphones itself. So props on that one. But at the same time, I do acknowledge those people that do not prefer this type of design as well. Okay, so as you can see there, let me put it here with my ear. I bought an ear for you to visualize what it will look like when it is fitted in the ear. As you can see, there we go. Do take note that I still haven't probably punctured a hole on this one for it to fit well, but for the most part, this will look like, yes, mhm. this is, the ND Pulsar will look like somewhat like this when you wear it in your ear. It won't stick out that much because this doesn't have a hole, as you can see. I'll probably bore a hole on that one for a better fit, because as you can see here, the hole on this ear doesn't really go that deep, which is understandable. But at the same time, there we go. Yeah, it somewhat fits like that in the ear, which is it is quite comfortable actually in real life usage. I had no problems with it, as you can see. And it also has this magnetic pins here for you to put it back in the case whenever you wanted to charge it. Okay, as you can see, charges like so. Okay, so let's dive first to the sound quality of the ND Pulsar. ND Pulsar in this situation, in my opinion, prioritizes more the idea, or the idea slash concept of a TWS earphone would be, which is it prioritizes the comfort, the convenience, the ease of use for an average user rather than the sound quality, because the sound quality of this one isn't really that great in terms of our context, which is audiophile hobby. It isn't really that great in my opinion, because yes, sure, it is non-fatiguing. You can literally use this for hours without any fatigue or harshness to it. Yes, it is also warm. It is also quite bassy, but at the same time, everything sounded so dark. Everything sounded mushy. Everything sounded muddy. Everything sounded bloat-ish. And yes, everything lacked air with the ND Pulsar. So I do believe it is an acquired taste, or probably this will fit those people that have a very sensitive pair of ears to the upper or boosted upper frequencies. But in our hobby, it isn't really that great. because it is quite dark. It is very rolled up. It is heavily rolled off to my liking. I would have tolerated it if the treble is quite extended, or probably just a little bit laid back, but nope, it is quite recessed to my liking. So yeah, if you're about to use this, if you are a hobbyist like me or like us, or probably you'll give this to someone that is into the hobby, he or she will not probably appreciate it for its sound quality. But for the convenience, of course, sure, he or she will probably appreciate that one on that context. But as for the sound quality, do not expect too much here with the ND Pulsar. Okay? Okay. Now, as for the features, there isn't really features per se here in the ND Pulsar that is quite unique on its own. It does have a mic which is decent for its price. It does pick up the voices easily, but at the same time, it is also prone to wind noise or something like that. It doesn't have an app. You kind of don't need an app to properly use the NT Pulsar on this one, which to me is a good thing because I don't usually use proprietary apps as much as possible. But at the same time, those people who are enthusiasts on TWS earphones in general will probably find it lacking because they most of the time they do need a companion app to tweak the sound to their liking. Like for example, they want to add some bass or probably tame some bass or just something like that, which the ND Pulsar doesn't really have. So yeah, it is literally a bare bones TWS, if you may. Probably again, it is one of those times where I find that the ND Pulsar reminded me of the time wherein the TWS is still in its early ages, wherein convenience matters more than everything. Okay? Okay. Now, as for the build quality on this one, it is quite okay for the price. It is very plasticky, as you can see. Very plasticky, with some slight heft to it, probably because of the battery as well. So yeah, you won't be expecting any premium-ish feels here. You won't be expecting any metal construction or metal build quality here. Just something that is relatively cheap. Yes, relatively cheap for its price, and at the same time that you'll be able to use as a daily commute TWS earbuds without any hesitation or probably any anxiety that that this will be lost or will be expensive for you to replace. Okay? Okay. Now as for the what do you call this? Now as for the battery, the battery on this one, in my opinion, is the selling point of the ND Pulsar, to me at least, because for $20 the battery on this TWS is quite good. I sort of use this during my commutes and my walking commutes. Yes, I do walk a lot. For like 3 to 4 hours continuous. Then I'll put it in the charging case for like under an hour, and it is already full charge again, which is a good thing. So it is quite reliable on that one. I only charged the charging case of the TWS of the ND Pulsar for like once or probably twice a week. So that's really a reliable thing for a TWS earbuds, which is a crucial thing because those people will definitely want a TWS earphone or earbuds that they can use whenever they want to outside or probably in public, which is which is personally, I don't really use TWS myself because I prefer using wired. I don't prefer using earphones that I need to charge in order for me to use it, if I'm making sense. But hey, it's a personal thing. I don't mean to attack or to show hate on everyone. Like literally everyone has preferences, but that's just my preference. But at the same time, I do love that TWS really exists for those people who really don't care that much about the excellent or the best sound quality that they can achieve for the price, but they prefer more the convenience or the anything that lies between that. Okay? Okay. So now I'll switch to the Tagalog version of this review. Okay. So bali si ND Pulsar ngayon mabibili mo siya for around 900 to 1,000 pesos ish. Yung makukuha mong accessories wala gaano, which is expected na din sa price na to. Features wise wala rin siya gaanong features, maliban dun sa yung tap to post, tap to play, yung usual. Oo, wala naman, wala ka ganong makukuha ang features na, for example, ANC or anything like that. Wala ka ganong makukuha ang ganon. Walang extra features, walang EQ, walang app. So yun, bare bones talaga na ayun, if it works, it works. It works well. Totoo naman, it works well. Again, ginamit ko to sa lakaran, literal ng 3 to 4 hours na hindi ko binabalik sa case, which is a good thing to me. Oo, and at the same time, nung binalik ko siya sa case, under 1 hour lang full charge na yung buds pareho. Good thing yun para sa akin. Kasi, ayun, sobrang reliable talaga. Tapos, ginarge ko tong case na to like once or twice lang a week. 2 weeks ko tong gamit. So, 'di ba? Siguro mga nasa 3 beses ko nga lang ata na charge to for the past 2 weeks eh. Which is very reliable. And dapat ganun lang din. Kasi, again, hindi mo magagamit tong earphones na to pag hindi mo chinarge. And ayoko ng ganung hassle. Para sa akin lang naman. So, ayun. Ayoko ng hassle na kailangan ko pa i-charge para lang magamit ko ganito ganyan. As much as possible, binabawasan ko na yung mga gadgets ko na china-charge. Oo. Kasi, o kaya, binabawasan ko yung mga gadgets ko na, alam mo yun, hindi natatanggal yung battery. Tapos, at the end of the day, pag depleted na yung battery, hindi mo na magagamit. Ayun, para sa akin, ayoko kasi talaga ng ganun. Kung kayang magpalit ng battery easily, gagawin ko talaga. Pero, ayun nga. Sound-wise, wala kang i-expect sa sound nito para sa price na to. Para sa akin, warm siya. Sobrang warm. Non-offensive, wala kang maririnig sibilance or harshness dito. Walang kahit ano, na ganun. Pero yun nga, rolled off siya, dark yung tunog and medyo muddy yung tunog niya para sa akin. Yung transients niya, yung bass niya sobrang bagal. Para sa akin ng decay na yun nga, may time ramdam mo siya sa ibang frequencies. Parang dumidikit siya sa highs tsaka sa mids. Yung highs at tsaka mids na nga niya, rolled off na nga. So, ayun, nagtutunog ngongo siya may time. Lalo na pag sobrang busy ng track. So, ayun, wala kang asahan dito sa ND Pulsar when it comes sa sound quality. Wala talaga. Ang asahan mo lang dito yung mic, yung battery, and yung ease of use. Kasi nga, yun, madaling nga gamitin kasi TWS eh. Ngayon, mararecommend ko ba to sa price niya? Para sa akin, merong mas murang, mas better, siguro. Yung Baseus WM01 Pro, yung WM02 din, of course, KZ Sora, dyan din. And at the same time, kung kaya mong gumastos pa ng mas malupit, yung Baseus BP1 Pro, which is nasa 2,000 pesos ngayon. Dati nung introductory price, nasa 1,000-ish lang siya. So, ayun, probably yun yung parang pinaka-recommend kong very practical na TWS. Pero itong ND Pulsar, probably one of the choices mo siya, lalo na if very sensitive ka sa highs. Ayun lang naman. So, balik ako sa English review. Okay, I do forget to take note that the ND Pulsar has a, what do you call this? It does have that tap to play. Yes, it does have that tap to play, tap to pause, hold to call, hold to reject or something like that. It does have that basic controls, but at the same time, it also has, it also has the mic quality. But apart from that, it doesn't really have that much for its asking price, which I kinda understand. And at the same time, I'll give my verdict on this one right away. So, my verdict here with the ND Pulsar, in my opinion, is this isn't really the true wireless stereo that I'll be able to recommend right away under 20 to 30 US dollars, because the TWS in this context is quite they are very quite competitive. Yes, that's the best way to put it. They are very competitive, especially in today's market. Like for example, for the price of 16 to 15 US dollars is you can get a Baseus WM01 Pro, a WM02 Pro. You can also get a Lenovo Think Plus, if I remember correctly. You can also get a KZ Sora on this one, which sounds really good when compared to this one. It also sounds more versatile when compared to this one. If you add a little bit more and you maxed out your budget for like 40 US dollars, you can get a Baseus BP1 Pro, which is miles better than all of the IEMs, or sorry, all of the TWS earphones that I have mentioned. Its ANC is really good, but again, for under 20 or 20-ish US dollars, I cannot recommend the ND Pulsar right away, unless if you are that person who is very sensitive at upper frequencies, or boosted upper frequencies to be exact. If you are that type of person and at the same time you really want a TWS that has a reliable battery, warm, inoffensive sound signature, has the basic controls, you do not want an app, a companion app to use it with, well, sure, by all means, it's your money anyway. You can purchase the ND Pulsar on by all means, okay? But yeah, there are better options out there that you can check out, or probably check out with the reputable reviewers that you watch. Okay, so yep, and that's the end of my review for the ND Pulsar. Again, I'd like to thank ND Audio for sending this unit to me, and in exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively, English isn't really my native language, and at the same time, um, I would like to apologize for any grammatical errors here and there. I promise that I'm doing better. This is for my own betterment, I guess. But yeah, as for the backlogs, there are a lot of backlogs. Again, I have a headphone review, the Kiwi Ears Altruva on the works. The Heidi's MS2 Pro also came in the mail by the time that I record this review. At the same time, there's also the Roselsa Photon Pro. So yeah, there are some reviews along the way, and thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it a lot. And see you on the next one. Isa pa? Last one.